Did you start already?
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh.
What?
Oh my god, I wasn't ready.
We gotta.
That's the best part.
Welcome back to the
best
JDC.
What episode is this?
27, I believe.
Damn.
No. 26. 26, yeah.
Can't believe we made it this far.
No cap, bro.
It's been a minute.
Hiatus. We have a guest
Yep.
appearance
A guest.
in the wild. Been a minute. What's up, Tiff?
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute. As you guys know, I think the last few pods I was like, well, I was pregnant. And now that I've had my baby, oh my god, yeah. Life has been really busy for me.
He's damn near a year old. That's how long it's been since she was on here.
Almost. Yeah, it's been a while.
Anyways, though, do you want to talk about like being a mom for like a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can I just start off by saying that I guess it's okay for females out there to like not want to be a mom. Like it's definitely a lot of it is a lot of work. And things have changed. And I'm not saying like, oh, like it's bad, like you shouldn't, like you can't be there for yourself anymore, cuz you could still be there for yourself. You just have to think wisely like how to fit yourself into you and your baby schedule. Because right now, you guys know Noah, he's about to be 5 months next week, right? Can you believe it? 5 months. Yeah, it's so crazy. But like when he sleeps, I'll go and shower. Because like the bathroom is connected right to like the bedroom. So I can just leave the bathroom door open. Like that's how I do that. I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. It's just once you become a mom, you just fucking find time like anywhere in between. It could be like 10-15 minutes, you know, stuff like that.
You had said that things had changed from before and like describing like being a mom.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So like when as you guys know, like I have my, you know, little side hustle. So I have to like find time and see or figure out who's gonna watch him, right? Because daycare's only throughout the weekdays. So it's like, okay, is my mom gonna be able to watch him, or do I have to go take him to Steven's mom? Mm-hmm. And when Steven's mom watches Noah, it's like a whole thing. I have to go drive, drop him off, and then come back and go to work. And it's just so complicated. And I'm just like, oh my god. I'm like, sometimes I do get burnout, right? But for the most part, I think that would be like the only struggle is like when I have something to do, right, for work. Because most of the time I'm with him, right? Anytime that I get, it's always going to be with him for my child. Other than that, if I'm not with him, it's because I'm working or I'm doing something, right? And I would say that's the only struggle. And also, too, like, going out, like, for fun.
Right.
Yeah, so, like, yesterday, it had been, like, literally a month since I had, like, done something, like, with Steven specifically, right? Because usually he'll come over, watch the baby while I go work, right? Or if it's the other way around, like, whatever. So we just haven't had time for ourselves. So I was like, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, we have to, like, plan stuff literally, like, 2-3 months ahead. Even for me, like, sometimes I'll get lucky, but I do get a lot of mom guilt. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
Talk about it. What's mom guilt?
So, like, yesterday, right? As I was, like, on the train ride, going to the city, and I was just like, oh my god, like, I feel so guilty. Like, this feels so weird. I was like that all day, repeating myself. Yeah, I was just like, oh my god, this feels so weird. Like, Noah's not here, and I'm just here just eating my food. Like, it just felt weird. I was like, oh my god, what is Noah doing right now? Like, Noah. But then I was just like, you know, like, relax. Take the help. Because sometimes you just need to take a break and just distract yourself. But I would say that's pretty much sums up, like, mom guilt. And, like, I try not to let my mom life get, like, the best of me by, like, losing who I am as a person. Because I've noticed that between a lot of females that a lot of people, like, they'll become a mom. But then they'll, like, I don't want to say disassociate with themselves. But, like, stuff like that, like, leads to postpartum depression.
Would you say that is because they put all their energy into their kids.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't put all my energy into my kid because I most definitely do.
No, no cap. But I feel like you said, you are an individual too. So you like with everything is balanced.
Right. Definitely balance. But I do see it in a lot of, a lot of people, and it's hard because postpartum hormones, body image, that kind of stuff.
Right.
It's a lot.
Is something that kind of segues into something that I thought as you were speaking. So, is there a lot of mom judgment from other people around you, and what's that like?
I don't think well, there isn't, not that much. I wouldn't say really mom judgment, but there's a lot of different ways people would raise their kids.
Do you breastfeed Noah?
So random.
I do not. So I actually tried the whole breastfeeding thing because I was just like, no, like that's what I want to do. I want to give him formula, but no, it doesn't hurt. What hurts is like when the milk, like, okay, so this sounds weird. So as soon as you get out the hospital, you're supposed to like massage your boobs, right? Mm-hmm. Or like make sure that you massage it and make sure that you pump, because if you don't do that, your boobs like your boobs they get like fucking hard.
Oh, really?
They like there's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now. No.
Can you feel the milk
No. Actually, it doesn't. Like, so you'll start off with like a little bit. That's why they do like skin to skin, because that's what generates your milk. Mm-hmm. Is by yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not, because it's like a connection thing between you and the baby, like bonding. It sounds so crazy. When I found this out, I was like, what the fuck? But actually, I couldn't produce milk. It was hard for me, so I was just like, fuck that. I'll just give him formula. He'll be alright. So, but just know, like, after the hospital, like, they can get rock solid if you're not like constantly trying to like pump, at least, because you need to get out a little bit what you have there, right? Oh my god, it's painful.
When it gets
hard. Yes. Oh my god. I couldn't even sleep. What? And I'm like, and mind you, I could only imagine the girls who have fucking big ass boobs, because bro, oh my god, my little titties were hurting, and I could only imagine what these people feel. That shit hurts. But at the because you're supposed to take the baby after you're released from the hospital, like 2 days after, and basically she like walks you through like how to massage them, stuff like that. But yeah, what were we talking about before that?
I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, judgment, the whole thing.
I asked because a lot of people will judge mothers who breastfeed in public. So
really? No, I don't care. I don't really care. Like, breastfeed your kid, that's like the best thing you could do.
I feel like it doesn't bother other women, it bothers men.
Really? Honestly, I've never had a interaction with a guy who was bothered by somebody breastfeeding. So it's like really like
if they're in the room, if they're like uncomfortable, you just walk. Or if it's like in public, just don't look.
But
or just like turn your head.
There's actually a lot of in the mall, there's places like where you can go and like feed your baby. Mm-hmm. So I think that's pretty nice. Like, that's nice. But it's actually not a lot of women breastfeed because not a lot of women generate milk or are able to supply. Yeah.
Is that what you meant by saying like things have changed?
Yeah, I mean, I guess mostly.
Part of that.
Yeah, definitely. But honestly, like, a lot of people think it's like mind blowing when I tell them Noah's in daycare. Because Noah started daycare when he was like 2 months. Yeah, because then I went back to work. But he's actually learning a lot. Like, they say, like, he's actually, like, really strong and he holds his head up perfectly. Like, he's on the verge of, like, he wants to crawl already.
What's the most memorable thing he's done?
I think his laugh. Him laughing. Yeah. Let me show you guys real quick. Because it's, like, the cutest thing ever. And I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute. I'll show you guys quickly.
That's that motherly love.
Maybe. That's my heart and soul. Okay. That's him laughing. So cute.
Who's that? Is that your uncle?
No, that's Steven's dad.
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, you got a bald, a bald uncle?
No.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But he's goofy. Like, Noah's like, I don't know. I feel like Loki's stepping into like his little character because what he does, he'll cry, right? Sometimes for like, just to fucking cry, I feel like. I'm like, dude, why are you crying? Like, I talk to him like that. I'm like, stop crying. And then I'll start like messing around with him, making funny faces, and he'll like keep crying, but then he'll start laughing. Yeah, it's like so random. But yeah, I would say it's definitely. Oh yeah, like the whole daycare thing. So like they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. My kid is gonna grow.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, like he'll be
What
fine.
do you mean? Like, who looks at you like you're crazy?
Like a lot of
For
people
what?
are
For
like,
having your kid in daycare?
yeah, it's so like such a young age and
I feel
like
that's a normal thing.
maybe for like here in America,
Mm-hmm.
but like for a lot of Hispanics, it's not very. It's like taboo, right? Because they stay home, or they'll leave their kid. They'll leave their kid with somebody like
Like
with like those people that work from home.
Abuela.
Yeah.
And yeah, that too. But I'm like, no, I don't think that I would want to leave my kid with somebody that stays home and watches him. Like, that's perfectly fine for anybody else that does it. But the way that I think about it here in the daycare, they actually like stimulate his brain. So they'll do like stuff that he's meant to do at the the months that he's developing. So I'm like, oh, that's, to me, I see it as an investment for his growth. So yeah, it's worth it.
That makes sense. Do you feel like that? Like it's a better idea to do that?
Yeah, especially because he's interacting with other babies
Mhm.
and like other adults. Because
Yeah.
sometimes babies are just like inside all the time. Like they grow up differently because they're not like
You don't have those social skills.
because they're not being like interacting with other people.
And another thing I wanted to point out, and I don't know if I'm wrong because I haven't actually searched this, so don't fucking come for me. But I've noticed that a lot of kids now, like who have grown up, like maybe they're like 2, 3. I don't know. I feel like it takes them longer to like speak,
That's the
And-
iPad babies.
right? And I think the problem is because it might have to do with the fact like how they're growing up and like what they're doing to stimulate their child's brain. See, I have hope that Noah's gonna be able to speak by that time he's 3, like say full on
English or
sentences.
Spanish?
Both.
Copy.
I can confidently say both because the ladies at the daycare speak only Spanish to him.
That ass?
Yeah, because the one lady's Dominican and the other lady is I think like Peruvian or something. So it's perfect. I'm like, say less. But I was gonna say something. else.
Is Noah gonna be an iPad baby?
Oh, no. I'm trying
Yeah,
my
no,
best
yeah,
to
I saw
avoid
that
it.
there.
I'm trying my best because I feel like when parents get frustrated and they need to do something, they just give their kids like the iPad or like the phone. And that's the reason why there's a lot of iPad kids. And I don't know, like I feel like that's why I need to learn patience with him because it's like there's going to be times where I'm going to get frustrated. But that shouldn't mean that I should just give him my phone so he can stop being annoying.
Yeah.
Mm.
At least now, like, he's not crawling yet, so, like, you have time.
Right, because once he starts doing that, he's not going to want to stay still.
And he's gonna get into everything.
Yeah. I think about him, like, the worst thing that he can do is, like, get into my makeup. And, like, just mess oh my god, my heart.
Start unplugging shit.
Starts painting his face. Like,
I'd be so mad. I'm like, no, don't touch my makeup. Yeah, like, something crazy. So, some guy came into my job, right? And his daughter, so I was like, oh, like, trying to start conversation. He was just like, oh, yeah, my daughter, she's 18 months. Yeah, like, why can't you just say, like, she's a year older, like, almost about to be 2, whatever, right? But I'm like, sure. He was like, because I was telling him that my kid's in daycare, right? And he was like, oh, no, like, my daughter, she's not in school. Like, she could barely speak. Like, she's too little. I was like, too little? But I'm like, no judge. Like, no, like...
right.
How old is the kid supposed to be when they learn how to speak?
Honestly, I don't know. Because my baby cousin, he was raised in Mexico. He went to daycare. And he's here now, right? But he was saying full-on sentences by the time he was 3.
Have to speak for his life, bro.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is. Like,
I think it just depends on each kid.
maybe.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Just 'cause like if you're talking to him a lot at home, then like he's gonna pick up onto things. Compared to like some parents, if they just throw them an iPad, or if they're not really there, then they're not gonna. You just have to be very like interactive with them.
The kids, yeah.
Are they teaching him sign language at school?
No. No.
They should. Yeah. My
No.
daycare that I work at.
Bro can barely speak one. I'm about to think
Well, the only
not,
thing.
Like, hard things, just like simple things.
No, I mean, they have him, so it's so funny because. So this month's theme is like food, like pizza, him being a chef, shit like that.
What?
They sent a picture of him with a
What?
hat that says chef on it, bro. I was dying. But they have him like rolling dough. I'm so dead ass. They have him rolling dough, but they have like circle time.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, he's sleeping whenever they do. But they read to him. Like, they read to all the babies, right, at the same time. And they interact with them. And, like, play music and, like, dance and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, maybe from that he'll learn, too. Because they say reading to babies is actually very effective in their growth.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'm sure he's going to be speaking, like, very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah.
But yeah, so do you think a fetish and a preference are the same thing, or are they different?
That's a good question. I think a fetish... No. You know why? Because it's like a fetish is you're doing it because you like it for, like...
Sexual reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing
And then
between a
preference-
fetish and a preference is, to be honest. I don't know.
And then preference might be because you choose this over the other. You know what I mean?
No.
And a fetish is like he said, there's a sexual desire behind it.
Like, let's put it this way. I prefer my cookies to be soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside. But if you gave me a regular cookie, I'm just going to eat it.
So that's a preference.
Yeah.
But if you can only have it when it's that certain way, then that's a fetish.
Alright, now, can we explain this with actual people and not cookies now? You know
So
what I mean?
let's say that, okay, think of like serial killers.
Right, remember, we're not just speaking to me here.
Think of like serial killers. You know how some serial killers
Bro,
have...
what? From cookies to cereal? What are these examples?
Shit moves quick to the JDC.
What the fuck? Okay, serial killer.
Okay, so think of how some people might target just a, like, specific kind of women or, like, men.
Mm.
Okay? all the
What? Okay. Oh, okay. This is
And then
making
versus
sense to me.
someone else, like, preference who,
Oh, by the way, according to my mom, I was 8 when I started speaking.
really, 8?
No,
The
8 months old.
Oh, I was about to say, like, 8 years old.
8
What
years
the
old?
fuck?
Hell no.
Nah, 8 months old.
8
just
months?
ask
8
her?
years was crazy, yeah.
Aw.
8 months is like, oh wow, so you weren't even a year old, but you were raised over there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm telling you, they're doing something different out
back
of
to the serial killer thing.
No, think of it as like this. So if like a guy has a preference for like white girls or something like that, then they would only date white girls because they're white.
Because they're white.
But like if they have a preference of white girls, then they have a preference of them, but they don't mind dating other people. But if it's a fetish, then they only are dating those people because they're white.
Right, yeah. Okay.
What's an example of a fetish you guys found crazy or like weird?
Weird. I don't know what it's called, but there's people that get turned on when somebody pees on them.
That's facts.
That's fucking weird. Like, who the fuck wants to have piss on themselves? Like, you're telling me your dick gets hard when somebody pees on you? Like, what the
Or
fuck?
getting shit on?
Is it in those situations? I mean, we would have to ask somebody that is
Likes
into
that?
shit. But like,
I'm curious.
So if you are, let us know.
What's the motivation?
yeah, is it the piss or is it like the act of somebody just?
I think it's
Doing
being
huge-
degrading.
Yes.
Yeah, that
it's
was-
humiliating them.
Huh.
Facts.
That's
Weird
crazy.
shit.
That is weird.
You got anything weird?
No, the most grotesque fetish I've ever heard of. Damn, maybe grotesque isn't the right word, but people that like
Yeah.
fetishize younger looking people.
Oh.
That you mean like
shit.
pedophiles?
They won't do it to kids, but like, you know, there's some 20-year-olds that look like 12-year-olds.
Right.
Like
You
they'll
don't think
seek
that's
those
like
people out. That's
right? I
crazy
see,
shit.
but like you don't think that's like in a way. I guess you wouldn't be considered a pedophile, but it's still kind of
Because it's not
fucking
a kid.
questionable.
There's this kink I remember I heard about once where like the guy, I don't know if it's called like, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like daddy and little girl or something like that.
What the fuck?
But it's like where the girl wears like a diaper and stuff
Hey,
like
yo.
that, and they're just like talking to them as like a baby.
Right.
This is a movie.
No.
Oh.
People's
Oh,
fetish.
what?
A movie?
What?
No, this is people's like
Sick
fetish.
shit.
I heard about that before. That's crazy.
That's kind of weird. No.
Anything weirder? You got one?
I think I do got one.
We're not
Weirder
kink
than that,
shaming
or-
or fetish shaming. We're not shaming.
One
We're
of
just
one of the things that I've never heard before, like regarding that, I would probably say like gunplay.
You never heard that before?
I think it's like not. I don't think anyone in my circle does it.
Like
No.
sucking on a gun?
No,
I think
like-
like putting that shit inside of you,
Oh.
That's
or like with
Or
a
holding-
knife, anything with weapons. I guess.
Oh, there's people that are like, they'll literally cut each other and like bleed on each other. and shit.
Really.
Ugh.
It's like blood.
fucking disgusting. God damn.
what
Sick
the
fuck.
fuck.
Hey,
Oh my
we're
God.
not shaming.
He's definitely shaming.
Yeah. Anything else? Any others?
I mean, I'm sure there's something out there that definitely does. I think something that I'm not really too familiar with would probably be like bestiality.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
You went far.
People do that shit.
What is
people
that?
that fuck animals
Oh,
or get fucked by animals.
that's how do you get fucked by an animal? That doesn't make
why
any
do dogs
sense.
hump humans?
But I don't know how that's gonna.
Excuse me?
I don't know how that's gonna fucking lead to. Oh no, that's so nasty. I don't want to think about that.
Now they do that, or they do like where they dress up as animals. Does that count?
Oh, those are furries.
Yeah.
Are they?
The people
I
that
don't
dress
know.
up as
See, that's not that bad
Does
because
that
you're
count
you're
as
fucking a
bestiality?
human.
You're fucking, but they're dressed.
That's
as
like the
one, right?
ethical bestiality.
Oh, the ethical.
You put the
Right.
costume on, it's okay.
But isn't that kind of weird? How like let's say like your partner's into that and you dress like the animal that they want to see you in, and it's like, are they fucking me because they're seeing me, or are they fucking me because they're
You're
thinking
like,
of this
earphones
animal?
on.
That's so weird.
It's interesting how you discover that like people like that stuff. Like
How
did
did,
these
how did they discover
yeah.
it?
How did they
What the
discover that
fuck?
they like that? And is it like what is it? Is it something when you're growing up that like you think of, or
Oh,
like
shit.
are you born like
Damn,
with
that
this
dog looks
thing?
pretty good right now.
Hey, yo.
Like how does this start?
So weird. Well, I don't know. You think it has to do with maybe exposure to like porn? Because it's just like,
Maybe at like a young age.
yeah, like how old were you guys
I
when
found out.
when you first
I
saw?
was young.
Young.
How young?
I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say before double
Yeah.
digits. I think.
Before double digits?
Nine or
When you
10.
first saw porn?
I think it was on Tumblr.
Really? Tumblr?
Uh-huh.
Oh my
Tumblr Used to be
god.
the place for porn.
No.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
What about you?
The first time?
High school.
No,
Young,
definitely
young,
not.
young, probably.
I don't know if you would count this because it's not really like oh my god, this is so weird. My parents are not gonna watch this anyway.
No,
So
don't worry.
so like listen, it's so funny because I guess my parents were like into like getting those DVDs that I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all remember?
Porno DVDs?
Yes.
Mhm.
They used to actually have like places where you can go get it from, like from
Yeah,
regular
like
like Blockbusters. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like Blockbuster exactly. It was just like a privately owned like, movie
Yeah,
place.
DVD shop.
Yeah.
Adult store.
Yes. And I remember one day I just opened my parents' door and I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't watch it, right? Whatever. So that happened to me the first time.
Whoa.
And I just opened it, I was just like, oh, and I
That's
just closed it.
crazy.
Yeah. And then one time when we went to the DVD shop, I like wandered off, right? And they had like this area in the back where it was like a bunch. And I went in there because I saw like it was covered, like it seemed like a secret. So I was just so curious, and I was just like, yeah, basically. And I looked and I was like, what the fuck? But besides that, like that, I would say that was like my initial exposure to like, okay, like,
Adult material.
yeah. And then I think I was like I was in 4th grade, and this girl was like, oh, this guy told me about this website, like, let's look it up. So I was like, okay, cool.
It's always how it starts.
And then she showed or whatever, we went through it, but I don't exactly, like, I don't know if it was like Pornhub or if it was like another site. I don't remember. But I do remember, like, I would say that was like my first time.
I remember I stole a bunch of porno DVDs from a family friend when I was younger.
Family friend?
I almost got caught. Well, look, now that I think about it, I'm dumb as fuck, and they definitely know. So, they had like a closet in their house. Me and my parents, we went to visit them. And, you know, I'm just like wandering around and shit. It's basically my uncle. Like, that's how close they are, right? And then I opened his closet. Why was I in there? I don't know. But I opened it, right? And he had a bunch of DVDs on the top. So I'm like, shit, let me see what's up. I'm curious. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, shit, it's porn. So then I grabbed a couple, I put them in my cargo shorts, and you know, just pretended like nothing happened. They were in the, like the pocket that's on your thigh. And then like later we were just chilling in the living room, and I was sitting next to my mom. And I guess she saw the imprint of the circle and like just pretended to, you know, be getting my attention by tapping me. And she was like, oh, what's that? And I was like, oh, well, nothing. Dip to the bathroom, right? I'm in the bathroom, and I take them out of my pocket. And I slide them behind the, what's it called? The sink. I had like fucking 6 of them. And I slide them behind the sink. And I go back and I was like, oh no, it was nothing. I don't know what you touched, right? I come back later to get them, but I didn't get all of them though.
What you mean?
Like I didn't get all of the ones that I slid behind the sink. Yeah. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, all they had to do was just open the bottom and they would see it right there.
Or they would have seen that it was missing from their closet.
He had a lot.
What the? To this day, you go look at the back of the.
Huh?
Where is it now?
Yeah, I was just gonna. It's still there.
Some
the ones you took though.
Yeah, I don't know. They're in somebody's DVD.
Bro, player. That's just leave it to a kid to think he's a fucking genius by doing some shit like that. Like, bro, she felt him already.
Yo, that's
so
crazy.
Funny, bro.
She
but
probably
never told me anything about it, so I got away.
Yeah, no.
And I don't think your uncle would ask, oh yeah, like, did he take
Did he steal my porno?
Yeah. So he was just gonna like, yeah, let's just leave it like that.
Facts.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
And then I got caught watching it by another uncle.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So apparently they had a, like this was back when I lived at the house right over here. Apparently in the room, because I was in my parents' room, since they're the ones that had like the TV and the DVD player and shit. Apparently there was a baby monitor in there. Like the microphone thing.
Yo, I would have just killed
me and my cousin. We put that shit in, like, you know, we're little fucking kids. We're like, oh, what is this shit? Let's watch it, right? And then my uncle just like comes in out of nowhere, so we just like we do the dash, like we jump up real quick to like cover the TV and turn it off. It's like I know that nigga saw it, but also later that day I got caught cursing, and my dad was like, I heard you on the thing, so I'm like, oh shit, that's probably what my uncle heard and why he came in here. But yeah.
That's funny.
Nothing ever came out of it, so I got away.
So he caught you watching porn through a baby. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's gonna have to be crazy.
I had a story like that though, but it wasn't with no CDs, bro. I've been fortunate enough not to have any like CDs or anything like that, but I was introduced like through internet.
Okay.
Like by like cousins and shit.
What the fuck?
I remember one time, like maybe like a day after they showed me the first time, I went on my own in my house to view like this shit on my fucking old ass desktop, dusty ass monitor too. I remember. And in my position, the monitor was facing where my door is, so the entrance, right? so this is like my computer or whatever. This is what I'm looking, and the door is right behind me.
Oh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Some skit shit.
So I started like looking up all the categories.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really diving deep. Like I'm really looking at this, right? You know, I type in what I type in at the time. You know. I think I typed in like big breasts, right?
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
So type in what I type in. And I start watching. I think I was sitting there for maybe 30 seconds until my fucking mom busted through the door. She busted through the door. Oh my god.
She saw it.
She definitely saw it.
Or did you like close your laptop and pretend like
Bro,
she didn't
it
see
wasn't a
anything?
laptop, it was a monitor.
Yo.
It was a monitor.
Throw that
I
shit.
like fucked around and just grabbed the mouth, closed out, and she was like, "What were you watching?" I was like, "I was watching YouTube." She's like, "You're watching YouTube?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my
And
god.
like, you know, kids always trying to be smart. She goes, "Pull up the video."
Damn.
Are
Pull
you
up the video.
serious?
Pull up the fucking video. I was like, alright, bet. I pull up the video of the most random shit ever, like the Gummy Bear song or some shit. And I told her it was this, right? But whole time, the fucking scene that she saw was like a split or some shit. It was some shit that didn't even look like the fucking video I was showing her. And she was like, yeah. She just looked at me. I think she said something along the lines of like,
right.
she said something along the lines of like,
The gummy bear song.
word. She's just like, don't be looking up bad stuff. That's all she said to me. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
And she left it at that.
I think so. Yeah.
Did you ever look it up again?
Hell yeah.
But this time he locked the door.
Oh my
At this
god.
point, I don't. Oh my gosh, bro! I didn't have a lock on my door at the time.
Bruh.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where it was an old knob, so the lock, like, even if it was locked, the knob would still turn like, all the way,
I
so it
see.
didn't fucking matter. But yeah, that's my.
But
fucking
you know
story.
what? Now that you bring that up, that's so funny because it's a weird like, you know, it's a weird thought, but it's just like you, right? You guys don't have kids yet, but
Yeah,
how would you guys deal with the situation like that? I guess us being like Gen Z, like, you know, parents or whatever the
you wanna
fuck.
handle this?
Like, what would you do? Like me, I guess because you want to respect their privacy.
I make a
So-
joke out of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I would just pretend like I didn't see anything. I would just be like, oh, okay.
I'd probably go in there and be like, oh, what are you watching? Look. Oh, you nasty bitch. I'd just laugh about it.
What if you was?
And I'd just be like, ain't shit to it, bro. Everybody watching
Never
this
mind.
stuff.
Never mind.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, what if he was watching gay porn? What would you say?
We'd have to cut.
Or like some or like
You
some-
said what?
What'd you say?
You're not gonna
Yes.
repeat it again.
Okay, alright. Damn, why did I say that? Alright. What were we talking about before?
Oh my god. We
Well,
were
you're
talking
like-
about.
No, we were
I
talking
would
about.
react.
Honestly,
Yeah.
my
Like,
honest
what would you do?
reaction, I don't think I would say anything.
You would just ignore
Like, I
it,
think I'd
right?
just be like, and then just leave.
Right, exactly.
And, you know?
Type shit. I agree.
That's what I think
What is there
too.
to say about that? I don't know. What could I say?
I agree, bro. I wouldn't make a joke out of it, bro. They gonna fuck around being embarrassed.
Yo.
I mean, in other situations.
Did you
yeah,
feel
man.
embarrassed?
I mean, I'll probably giggle a little bit.
That's
but-
why I'm making a joke out of it, to make them feel embarrassed.
But why would you want them to feel
Because
embarrassed?
it's
though?
funny.
Oh my god.
That's my kid.
Do you feel like before you were to catch them, would you like go through their history?
Nah, I don't want to know.
I'd be at the
I don't
door
wanna
listening.
know.
Me
No,
either.
but like before
Wait till
you
they get
like
to the good
figure
part,
out
then
that,
I
that
open.
they're like watching porn and stuff like that, like as they're growing up.
You mean
would
like go through their stuff?
Like, would you monitor their like history? Would you be like, okay, they're watching good stuff, or would you be like, would you like look at it? No, not
Good
like
stuff.
not like porn, like
In gen- yeah.
in general.
I know
You
what
got
you
good
mean.
Taste.
Not
What
like
the
that.
I mean, I would say like I'm all for like parental control on like what they watch because I think there's a setting, right? When you give,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes to that, sure.
But kids
But-
are gonna know how to break
I
it.
Fine.
Right, but you know, you still want to try to minimize what they see that isn't okay for them to see.
Would you have uh, would you have Noah watching Scarface?
I see movies I don't really care about. It's
Really?
like whatever.
Whatever.
I know some people like say like, oh no, like I don't want my kids to watch that, but it's just like I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch my movie. My kid's gonna watch it with me.
So what's something that you would restrict then? Because if
I would say
movie
like
goes,
movies is like whatever, cause I mean I guess you're right, but still like parental control with like maybe like nudity coming up on their like a child who's 8 years old shouldn't have nudity come up on their like feed. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That kind of stuff.
I think
Or like
personally, in my
What are you gonna
opinion,
say?
there's certain movies that are just like so seated in the culture that you just have to watch it.
Oh
no
yeah.
matter what.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like movies isn't a big deal, and it's funny because
It's always
Steven,
for the culture. Sorry.
Steven is Steven is actually a little bit more overprotective, and like when it comes to like what Noah watches or like what Noah's doing, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, it's cute or whatever, but I'm like, no, I'm not raising a bitch.
Would you curse around Noah?
No, I don't think so. I think that's something that I would have to like make sure I don't do.
But if he cursed, would you like correct him?
Yeah, I would correct him.
What if he was watching something with cursing in it?
Well, no, I don't think that's like such a big deal if he's watching something with me. Now, if he's watching something on his own, like, no, he shouldn't be, right? Like,
That's where the parental control comes in.
exactly.
Would you put parental control?
No,
You can watch whatever.
it'll be fine.
Okay.
But
There's no
what?
way to keep that shit
fucking
from
with
him,
it.
you know?
Cool. Let's keep it moving. What
No,
about
I
you?
feel like I would rather, like, I'd rather talk about it with them than just try to hide it, because they're gonna see it either way, whether I want them to.
Right, but I feel
You know
like
what
you
I
can
mean?
sort of. It's a very like back and forth kind of, or no, I would say it's a very gray area, because there's pros and cons to like letting
like
your
porn, right?
exposing your kid to that.
I'm not with them at school. Other people have phones too.
True.
Like they could just show them on their
True.
phone. It's like fuck it, who cares? I'd rather just talk about it and be like, hey, you know, even though people on the internet fuck dogs, it's not.
Oh, what
okay
the fuck?
Than to try to hide it. You know, just be like, don't do that shit. That shit's weird.
But don't you feel like watching porn at a super young age like mess with you?
I don't think so. I think I'm alright.
I mean, maybe you don't know.
Mm.
Maybe you
Trying to
just
say I'm messed
But I
up.
think it's like more than that though.
like
I
feel
think
like
it's more than that
yeah.
because it's like not only porn but like it sounds crazy to like bring this up, but some people get like, you know, like sexually you know, R word or whatever, right? And it's just like at a very young age.
Think about it. Not that hard.
So
It just didn't make
yeah,
sense in the context that she was using.
yeah, sorry, because I say sexually R word, but it's just like, yeah. And sometimes people might like grow up with that and they become like, you know, addicted to like sex and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would say that's the
Weird how
only
that's
way.
Like a regular thing that happens.
Yeah.
Some weird shit.
It's their way of processing the trauma that they become like
Yeah.
like addicted to sex.
It's interesting. But nah, I feel like if you hide it, like for example porn or
Exposure.
cursing or violent films, it's almost like you're saying to them, I don't know where I was going. Like this is bad, like you're trying to hide it
Yeah.
from them. But in reality, it's just a part of the world. I would rather explain it to them and be like, hey, you know, this is something that people do, but like, you know, this is like some adult shit, or oh, this isn't okay for us, or whatever. Like depending on what it is, than to just try to completely keep them from it.
Yes, but like I said, it's a very gray area because I look at my siblings, right? They obviously like yeah, so my siblings obviously they grew up to like the exposure to like social media and like social media and the internet in general, right? And my sister, she had like a character development post COVID. Because, you know, kids, she was in high school, like this was like her freshman year. So like this messed a lot with like the kids because they were just on their, you know,
On their way to,
phones, yeah,
maturing,
like
and now
social
they're getting
media.
phone all the time.
And you could see like a lot of ways that it's affected them because, social skills. Like, she didn't really want to go to school again. She didn't want to interact with people, that kind of stuff. Like I said, there's pros and cons. But then after that, they grew up really quickly. And, kids her age are, like, smoking and stuff. But why do you think that is? Because of the exposure to the internet at such a young age. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we can minimize that and sort of control what they're seeing, maybe it won't lead to kids starting, doing bad stuff at such a young age. And that's why I feel like that's true. Like, my parents didn't control what I, like, watched and stuff, but they were a little bit more stricter on me. Maybe that's why, I am the way I am. But it's just, like, they're... I don't know how to explain it. It's just that the kids now are just, like, fucking crazy. That's my point.
Another thing is, like, kids have always been, like, smoking, though.
You think so? Like, at a young age?
Yeah. It's like the argument about should we have sexual education in public schools. It's like one side is saying, no, we want to keep them from that as long as possible because we don't want our kids to be, like, promiscuous and whatnot. And the other side is saying, well, they're going to do it either way at some point, so we might as well teach them how to do it safely.
Right. I mean, I agree.
It's like they're both good points. I don't know. It's just up to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Gray area.
Back to the original question. I don't know.
No,
the
you're
original
fine.
question was the difference between kinks and preferences? Or fetish and preferences? Or you mean after that?
No, I was just going to talk about, like, whether I would show them, like, my opinion, I guess. I don't think I'd be pretty free-range, to be honest. I think the most important thing is, like, I guess, in my opinion, it's better not to shield them from something that the whole world uses. You know what I mean? But I would hope that, I do my part as a parent to step in front of things that might mess up how he thinks, but I can't control what he sees around him. I can only prepare him for it.
It's almost like with the whole parental controls and whatnot, I would want them to feel welcome to talk to me about the stuff that they see or if they have questions about it. I feel like if I did that parental control and I'm keeping them, because they're not stupid, they're going to see parental control, parent, oh, my dad is trying to keep me from, getting to whatever this is. They're not dumb, the kids are smart as fuck. If they were to see that, then it would almost be in their mind like, oh, I shouldn't talk about this with him. I should hide this from him because he's trying to keep it from me. Obviously, it's bad if I get to it, and I don't want to do something bad. Like, I wouldn't want them to feel that way.
Good point,
Yeah, that is a good point. Gonna rethink it now. No, because, like, me, and the only reason why I brought up the whole parental control thing was because I'm telling you, like, Steven is a little overprotective. Because we were watching a movie, I forget what movie, and, like, they were, like, killing and shit. And, like, Noah was, like, right. So I said Noah like this because he's at that point where he doesn't want to, like, he wants to sit down, but his body fully can't sit himself down just yet. But he'll get frustrated because he wants me to forcefully sit him down, right? So Steven was like, don't show him that, like, don't expose him to that. And I'm just like, what? Like, come on, he's a fucking baby. He's a fucking baby. But yeah, sorry, I just thought that was so funny.
I feel like it still sticks in the baby's head, like, even though they're a baby, they're still, like, seeing it. Like, for instance, like, when you're teaching the babies, like, words and stuff like that, and you're showing them, like, shows, like, Miss Rachel and stuff like that, they remember that stuff. So if they're watching, like, the movies with you, they're gonna remember it too.
Oh my god. Yeah.
What about music then? Like listening to adult music around a kid.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Definitely.
They're just gonna remember it when they get older. Cause I remember the music my mom used to play.
Everyone does. Yeah. Wait, what? He's gonna have a lot.
So there's none that you wouldn't like play music wise in front of no?
Yeah, I'm okay with everything playing.
Okay. Cap.
Which leads us into this question. The one that I had. If you, well, I know you've been in a few accidents. So what song was playing when you got into an accident?
The first time I got into an accident, it was a Spanish song by an artist called Ñengo Flow.
What
I
song?
believe the title was
Flow.
It was some ghetto shit. I think the title was Si te trancamos el kiosco, some shit like that.
That's so
Was
funny.
it still playing?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit happened when I was like, what, like 16, 17? Like, I had just got my license not too long ago.
Wow.
And for a long time, I couldn't listen to that song while I was driving. Because I just felt like, oh shit, I'm gonna get into an accident. Yeah.
Any other songs from the other times you got
That's the
in
only one I
accidents?
remember.
That stuck with you. That's funny as hell.
What about you?
Oh shit.
I've never been in like I mean, I was in a car accident that wasn't my fault. But to be honest, I can't remember what was playing.
That one wasn't my fault either. I'm just saying.
No, I
Word.
He's like, wait a
Ain't
second.
nobody. But yeah, no, I can't remember. Honestly, I just it was just like everything happened all at once. But I've never gotten into like an accident besides that, where I remember where the music is playing. No, I don't fucking remember.
What about you, Chris?
You know, I don't know. She's asked me this question before. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, I remember when you mentioned you got in Jackson and you got that sushi place. Have you eaten there ever since?
Yeah. I've been there with Jason and
Name
Davey.
just
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, funny enough, Davey picked me up after.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Why? Because you were drunk?
No.
Oh.
Bro.
Hell no.
No.
He was driving. I was high as fuck when I did it.
Oh my
It's like,
god!
nah,
What the
I
hell?
wasn't. I just rushed to get to him and back home because I had just eaten an edible and I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god! So
Gotta do
you,
this quick before it starts to hit.
that's so funny.
But yeah, I don't remember the song, to be honest. I don't.
Oh, happened so fast.
It all happened in a blink of an eye.
What about you? Is this something that has traumatized you?
No. But this one song, I was driving home for winter break from college. My sister was driving and we hit a deer. And I haven't been able to listen to that song in a long time.
What song is
It was
it?
a Lil Wayne song. It was like the... Do you remember?
No. It
It's
was on
the-
his newer album.
It's the one
Oh,
that goes,
man.
what the fuck though? Do-do-do-do.
Oh, yeah.
That
What I
one.
Love. Yeah.
What
You
was it
said-
called?
I don't know the name of the song. I know that would go though. It was
I
on
don't
one of
know.
his newer albums.
But I remember that one. I was like, oh, never again.
Damn.
Nah, not that one. It was it was on this one, the Carter 5.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, Uproar. Featuring
Lord,
Swiss
yeah, that was the
Beats.
name.
Yeah, that one. I just remember as soon as she hit the deer, we were like getting into the song.
Damn.
So as soon as we were
What
just like,
the
no.
You know what's the worst part of all that? It's like the silence afterwards. I swear
After you hit it.
when I got into that accident, my car was totaled by the way, but when I got into the accident, it was the silence as soon as it happened. It was just like, you're in shock. It's like the whole world stops. And you're just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened?
You be shaking it.
Right. No, yeah, shaking for sure.
But yeah, that's so funny. I could just imagine just that song being the only thing you really hear. That's
Did the
funny.
deer die?
I don't know. It
Oh my god.
literally hit the
Dito.
the top of the car. What's it called?
The hood.
The hood
Oh, the
flew off.
No.
And then we were
Oh my
like, damn.
god.
But it hit us. We didn't hit it. It hit
was
us.
it bad? Like, did it fuck up the car, or was it just kind of like, oh, okay?
It fucked up the side bumper, but that's when I had a BMW, so that thing was built like a tank.
Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And yet, so, like,
Hey, yeah.
do you guys, like, remember exactly, like, where you were going when the accident hit? Like, did you end up going to wherever you were going, or were you just, like...
Yeah, I was on my way home.
So,
When you drive
Me
past where you got the
too.
accident, does this, like, do you still think about it?
Not really, but it definitely has changed the way that I drive.
Mm.
Yeah.
True.
Paying
I
attention
feel
more?
that.
Because it was at an intersection. I was stopped to make a left, and the guy that was coming turned his signal on to make a left, and like started to slow down, like he was about to stop and make the left at the same intersection.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I started going, because there was no one else coming, so I'm like, I bet I'm gonna go because he's making a left here. As soon as I started going, he literally hit the gas and went to his right lane. So where I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
so instead of T-boning me, he came in front of me and I like hit his rear. So now I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna wait for you to go. Even if I'm like, I'm at the
Sit
middle
there
of
the
the
People-
light
road.
flickering,
nah.
the
If
high
the light
beams,
cha- if
like...
the light changes, I'm gonna go either way. But you know, Right
people
now,
just drive.
Because you might be capping.
Like, really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't really trust when I'm making like a right turn, right, at a stop sign, and somebody else puts that their signal and they're making a left or a right, is it? Like here at the stop sign where Juan was at, I always like wait till they like
they're
make
gonna
the
come
turn.
into the street that you're leaving.
Yeah. So I always, I don't care where I'm at. I will like, cause it's happened to like, thankfully not to the point where like I like crash, like they crash into me, but I've had that happen, and then I'll go and try to make a turn, and motherfuckers are going straight, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, use your fucking signals right.
How funny is it when like everybody just stares at you and you're just stranded?
Oh my god.
That's all I thought about when you said that.
No, but it's just like,
bro, why does
so
everybody
annoying.
do that,
You're
bro?
stranded. What do you mean?
Yeah, you ever been in an accident where your car stops moving, like you can't move it?
Nah, none of my accidents have ever been that bad.
no.
That's the thing, though, bro. Or bro, any accident, bro. When you
People
see an
just
accident, you
drive
look.
by.
Yeah. You're
I
just
just mind my
looking, bro.
business.
And if you're in like fucking local area, bro, somebody might see you,
Damn,
you
a
know.
Franklin had.
No, thankfully,
mean,
no.
that'd be funny.
Honestly, that's my biggest fear is getting into an accident now because of Noah. Because he's in the car with me most of the time. And since I've been doing that commute from here to Trenton, I'm like, I try not to think about it. I'm like, intrusive thoughts to go away. But it scares me, like, to think that something like that could happen because of Noah, because he's in the back.
Have you ever been stranded, like in the car or something like that?
Yeah.
Really? What was that story?
Well, not really died, but like, so this was post COVID, and this is when I was out there in PA, and Steven's like parents were like very like they were freaked out about the whole thing. Like they didn't want to go anywhere. They didn't want to step outside. Like they just wanted to be like just inside, like 100%. About COVID, about like them getting sick. I mean, I guess I understand, but like even to the point where like they didn't want me to go here, like see my parents and my family, right? Because they were scared.
You're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, and then what I did was just like I fucking just came to visit my parents. And then out of all the days that I came to visit my parents, my car decided to act fucking funny. To the point where like this was the beat up Benz, by the way, right? This was so that I was like driving, and then I noticed, I was just like, why is the steering wheel like acting kind of funny? Like I'm like, why can't I like slow down my car? It was like that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like I started freaking out, so I went to the side and I called my mom crying, right? Because my phone was about to die, and they couldn't fucking. So my phone was gonna die, and I was just like, no, but good enough though that this was like I was like borderline to like getting home. Like I was like maybe a good 30 minutes away. So I was like, oh my god, thank God this happened. So I was just like, oh no, like I'm here, right? So I could just tell her like where I was. And I was just freaking out because since my phone was about to die, and then my mom was calling me because she couldn't find me. And I was just like, yo, like, no, like something's wrong with my car. And I'm like, hurry up because my phone's gonna die. And I remember the police officer, he like pulled up to me. No, this is Jersey. So since when you can like go on like the side, right? So I was just on the side just driving, right? Because my steering wheel, like I just wanted to keep going, right? And he said, no, you can't do that. And I was just like, and I remember I just started crying in front of the police officer, freaking out. And he was just like, what? His face was just like, what the fuck is going on? No, literally, because he was just like, oh, it's okay. He was like, just wait here. And he was like, he just didn't know what to do because I was just like hysterically crying. And I had to think about it today. I'm like, oh my god, that was so funny.
I have a story, bro. This talk just unlocked a memory. I remember it was it must have been New Year's. No, it was Black Friday. It was me, Alex, and someone else. There's a third person here, but I don't remember who. So let me take you back. So this was in high school. We're about, Alex is probably 17. I'm maybe 15. Right?
Okay.
So we're kind of young. Alex has his car, I think, right? It was a Ford Taurus, right? It was a beat up old Taurus that he bought from somebody, and we were like, "Fuck it, bro, let's go out for Black Friday." So we end up going to. It was a Best Buy. Do you know right where that old Chinese buffet used to be?
Is it next to DSW? That Best Buy?
You're thinking about the Bridgewater one.
Oh.
No, not the Bridgewater one. It's like on the way going to the beach. Right? Bro, y'all don't know what I'm
The only
talking
Best
about?
Buy you know is the one next
Right
to
where
DSW,
Walmart
right?
is.
I
Where
just
the
know
Walmart is.
The one on Route 18?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's an old Best Buy?
No, bro. Going
That-
further down is an old Best Buy. I
Oh,
think
there's
it's still
another
there.
Walmart on Route 18 that's further down. Yeah.
Yeah, you get what
It
I
could
mean?
be.
Going a little further down, there's a
By
Best
Old
Buy
Bridge.
there. Right? It's a whole plaza. They have a bunch of food.
Sure.
There's a
They-
shop,
there's
right?
a-
So it's not that
There's
one?
a pet store, too.
Right.
Exactly.
And a shop, right? Yeah,
Yeah, so it's that one.
Uh-huh.
So we were there.
That's the only Best Buy I
in that
know.
plaza. We gotta paint the picture for the Jersey heads, for real. So we were stuck in that. Oh, we weren't stuck at this point. We go inside to the Best Buy. Fuck, I ruined it. We go inside to the Best Buy. We start looking for shit. We didn't buy shit at all because we didn't have no fucking money.
Right.
So we just basically walked around for like 2 hours, bro. Just
Oh my
looking at shit.
god.
It's like, oh, damn, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
Got no bread.
Don't got no bread for it. Yeah. So we ended up, empty-handed, walking out. This fucking guy Alex left his lights on, and it's Black Friday, so we're there at midnight, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? So this is around the time, to paint the picture even further, that people were getting jumped on Black Friday. I don't know if you guys remember that, but they were getting robbed for their technology, because that's when the consoles were coming out. like,
Yeah.
around that whole time. They were getting caught up and getting stole. They were getting robbed. Anyways, so we didn't have no way to get home. No one we knew to call. No one that we could really even say hey mom, could you come over here?
Yeah.
We did this bullshit, right? We weren't doing that. Alex didn't have any jumper cables, so what we decided to do is we started walking up to random people in the dark, in the night, coming out of Best Buy asking them, can you please jump our car?
And everybody said no.
We were there for 3 hours.
No
We
way.
were there for 3 hours asking so many people, but at that time it was so much paranoia. They wouldn't do it for us because it
They
seemed
thought
like
they
a
were
setup.
yeah.
It's come over here.
A group of boys.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
It sounded crazy. I would have been
Yeah.
boy, fuck you.
Oh my god.
I mean, I understand it. I understand it now. It's not. It used to piss me off that nobody did that shit for us, but I understand it now. All right, flash forward. There's a Scooby-Doo van that pulls up. Scooby-Doo van, right? And it was a bunch of dudes with long hair coming
No
out
way.
the van. And one of us asked them, and they were kind enough to have jumper cables, not only jumper cables, but to also do it for us. They were cool as fuck. And I thank them every time I think about this story, because we would have been there all fucking night if no one helped us out.
But at that point,
Shout out
if you
to
guys were waiting that long, why the hell not just call adults?
You're talking to...
Why not just go to the Walmart?
You're talking...
Oh, wait, y'all ain't have no bread.
Yeah. We weren't doing that.
Why?
Cause we're dumb. We don't want to get in trouble.
That happened to me at Walmart, but I just bought a new battery.
See, that's the easy way. We didn't have any money. We couldn't make those decisions.
Oh my! No one there had money.
And at that point, it wasn't a Walmart there. It was a Sam's Club.
Oh,
This was back then. This was
Oh
back
wow!
then.
So how? You said Alex was the one driving?
Alex was the one driving in this Ford Taurus, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
But
it
he's
was-
not that far apart from us, so it's just he must have been 17 and you were how old?
15. Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah. Yup.
He couldn't
it
call his. Oh my
I
god!
didn't call. It was definitely a moment to be had, but
That's so funny.
yeah. We're at an hour. We made it.
That's so crazy. Okay, cool.
Weird shit. Well, thank you for tuning in, JDC
Yes.
Podcast, episode number 28, or whatever.
Catch you on the flip.
Bye.
Bye.